guys, it's Crimson. Sorry for another no face cam start, but with stuff going on, I'm not decent enough for that. I am clothed, but I'm not decent enough for camera. Today is a catch-up day. I'm doing these all out of order. It's gonna be that way. Today's, well, a few days ago, as I'm doing, is the Tropical Cocktail and Dragon. I do actually have a sketch for this. Is that in shot?
Yeah.
Okay, so basic sketch, but something a little bit different than what I've done before. If you, well, it won't be uploaded by the time you see this, probably.
No, we'll upload the one before this, but
Yeah. So there's Soren actually has a Venetian glass pen that I'm going to be using for the probably the rest of the month,
including the ketchup.
including ketchup. So I'm going to be trying this out first with this one without doing a baseline sketch like an idiot.
Yeah.
We have shaken the inks. We have gotten them hopefully set a bit better. It looks like it. They're not bubbly, at least.
Mm-hmm.
I'm being is figuring out the balance.
And yes, I'm here. I'm just pretty much watching, make sure that the record behaves.
Yeah.
Just in case. Don't foresee any problems, but you never do.
Honestly, it could be as simple as me sneezing wrong. And honestly, with this thing, I'm praying that doesn't happen.
She's afraid of breaking. Personally, I'm heavy-handed and I didn't break it, so when I was using it as a journal writer.
Problem being is the way colors are going to be layering.
It's definitely going to make it interesting for you.
Since I really don't want stuff tainted with black.
Just means, unlike previous ones, I might actually have to do a little bit of clipping and editing.
Yeah, I'm not in frame at all, am I?
I can barely see a little bit of your belly, but with the way I'm going to be clipping in, I'll probably even take that out.
Okay, good. This is good. Okay, and I'm looking for the magenta. Is magenta? Yes, it is. Oh, that one's still bubbly.
Is it?
Yeah,
Shocked.
me too.
Oh.
Uh-oh, what?
I just get unplugged a little bit.
Gonna be okay, right?
No, it's fine. It hasn't hiccuped. Just means I managed to catch the cord just a little.
Just trying to make sure I don't. This is where it's almost tempting to get a brush.
But you're trying to stick with the pens.
Honestly, this is the perfect color for dragon fruit. I'm not sure if I clarified that.
Not really, not this time.
Basically, I'm making a dragon fruit cocktail with a dragon fruit dragon being a little possessive. Yeah, there's going to be a little bit of a bleed through that I'm going to have to work around. Shoot.
And just a little heavy.
Part of it is this paper is a slightly different type.
That's true. It is a lighter paper.
Good news, it's not really bleeding through the color.
Yeah. It's not bleeding through to the page after. Just a better grammar, I guess.
A little bit. It just means it won't be a perfect coloring, as to avoid getting it too saturated.
Yeah.
And then I get almost a perfect swatch.
Mm-hmm. That is the problem about doing it in that sort of book, too.
Yeah. And I know some of you are going to be arguing with me going, this isn't a real dragon, it doesn't have wings. You'll see what I've done.
Thing is, there's several subbreeds of dragons in art.
Do the Chinese dragons have wings? No.
Actually, it depends on the Chinese dragon and the element.
The one that most people know of.
Shows you how big of a nerd I am if I can answer that like that.
And at this point, it's my interpretation. How did I do the arm? That's how I did the arm. Okay. I'm going to do a slight there. Problem is with what I want to do. Big complicated mess. And yes, these are all ink. Before somebody tries to claim partway through because of the colors I have that I'm using paint.
They're in India ink. And I'll say it, they're not the most expensive thing in the world, but they definitely ain't the cheapest.
Good news is it came with a cleaner. Smells just like Windex, but it's a cleaner.
Does the job.
And honestly, for 2 sittings with
Yeah,
cleaning it up,
it's not bad.
okay, so what am I doing? I want to get out the white. What?
Just seeing what you've done so far.
You can look at the screen.
I know.
These work right. This might not show very well, but it'll at least cut through that black line.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully.
I'm
What?
having a momentary overload. Comes up one more time, will end up stopping restarting, but let's just try to stabilize it.
As long as we don't get a corrupt video.
You know what I mean, though.
You understand my point too.
Yeah, I understand why I'm doing ugh.
Yeah, because if it
So
corrupts.
I apologize for any momentary artifacting.
I just lost one of my seeds, but kind of works with what I'm going for. That one was kind of a last minute decision anyways. I understand it's not really doing much for the piece, but it's doing that little bit of depth. Because it is a slightly off-white paper.
Yep, make a little bit of a difference.
Especially with this part. As it doesn't want to let down any ink. Right, we'll do the heavy. It just means this page will be open drying for a while.
Yep.
Or I just spread it that much.
That too.
Honestly, I am thinning it out that much. I'm not even sure how well I'm staying in screen.
You're a little out now, but I can always do a quick.
Try to keep
Other
it
than that, tilted on
bearded
me.
it real bad.
Sorry, it's a problem about having it on a tripod. And when the cord's coming out of the back of the camera, sometimes it can be a little difficult.
I'm trying to get it over to the paper towel before it drips onto the page.
It'd be smarter to bring the paper towel to it.
Nobody respond to that statement?
Well, it's also the fact that we're doing this at almost 2 in the morning.
I had a sudden urge to practice. And then it turned into this.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I just started the camera.
It's not bad.
Okay. Honestly, the little bit of bleed of the magenta into the white isn't bad because they do sometimes come out just magenta inside.
Sure.
It's not as common. Well, apparently that's the point where it's freaking juice is the best.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, yeah, you're never going to find that around here.
Not easily, anyway.
I'm going so out of traditional style with the way I'm doing this. Which is honestly proof of how much I was using this style pens holding with normal pens.
Yep. It does.
Because if I'm able to do the thorough coloring like I was before with it, best way I got to do a line showing the edge of the liquid. Because if I do the white, it'll be too subtle. If I do it with black, it'll be too unnatural.
Oh, I hear you.
Just say it's reflecting off the dragon. And yes, guys, it is getting on my hands. Initially, this style was only going to get used for one of them. And now...
She's just enjoying what she's getting out of it.
Well, compare styles. Well, vibrancy, even.
Mm-hmm. Makes a big difference.
And mind you, I did maybe a half-hour practice.
Thereabouts.
Thicken up that line there. Sorry, I love screwing with shadows. Because with ink, all you really gotta do, not have that much on your pen, is just heavy it up a little. Okay, so I still need a little bit of black. Anything? No, really all that's left is the eye and a little bit of black in the dragon fruit piece.
No, what scares some people is she did not even look up the dragon fruit, really.
I pulled it up briefly. I don't actually have any references up past my sketch. Give you a hint, guys. My screen's actually off. But if I pull it up and pull up the Google image, that was my search. And I looked at it for about 2 seconds while I was sketching. That's it.
Well, in other words, not very long.
Not as long as some others would have. I didn't look up any references for my little worm.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really what he is. He's cute, though. I'd love to make keychains of that.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine just a little dragon being possessive over a dragon fruit cocktail milkshake thing. Keychain. I swear I know how to speak English properly. I've just studied too many languages to do it. Oh wow, look at that bubble.
Wow.
Glad I actually pulled that one out for that. Yeah, I actually gave everything enough time to try doing that. I know these are a little big, but it's what I have to work with. Actually, I'm liking how some of those are lining up. It almost looks like an eye ridge with the way the shadow ended up. So I'm actually going to follow some of those and cause little details.
Yeah.
It almost looks more like a beak with the way that light hit.
It's amazing how that works out sometimes, isn't it?
This is called improv, people. I was going to do some tail tips. Imagine how cute that would be as a keychain. Come pick a color for the eyes. You choose color for the eyes.
We already discussed it.
Yeah, come look again. Make a decision.
I still say the blue or the yellow.
More definitive decision.
Artist prerogative.
I did the rest of it.
It's your project.
You're sitting here watching it.
Kinda.
You're my cameraman.
I'm not paid enough.
You're not paid at all.
My point.
Hi. This is the first time the yellow's been opened. Guys, don't ask me how many times I've cleaned off this pen, because I don't know.
The obvious answer, a lot.
The easier answer. What?
I'm just thinking, I think I know what maybe get him to capture a little bit of trouble.
What?
We left the other one, the render paused, but it still would be taking some processing power just holding it like that.
Well, I guess it's a good thing I just finished. Unless you want me to do a quick signature.
That's up to you.
Start doing that for real now?
Might as well. You don't want to do any faint coloring of the juice? Cocktail?
No. It'd make it too muddy. Quit buzzing. Why? Okay. And of course, red is still bubbly. See how this reads in. Honestly, I can't do that with those. What? Gone through a few iterations, but this is the one I've settled on. There's the pen cleaner. Do a quick wipe down before I dip it, because this pen cleaner is... I hope it didn't have directions. Does not harm metal pen parts. Non-corrosive. Yeah, this is basically just Windex.
Yeah.
Inks, dyes, pigments, acrylics, and watercolor. Definitely Windex.
Basically.
It's so colorful. This almost looks like a tie-dye. Wow.
Yeah, but uncover your artwork. Honestly, that's not bad.
Cute. It'd be a cute little keychain.
Would be a cute little keychain.
Hello, crazy human.
Sorry, the mister went off and woke me up.
It is kind of loud.
It can be.
But thank you for watching, guys, and I'll be working on trying to catch up gradually. But from now on, the ones that are supposed to come out on days are going to come out on those days. They just might get a little friend. That's freaking cute.
It is. It'd definitely be something to consider painting up to a little more detail to. But for now,
See you next time, guys.
bye-bye.
Bye.